in some of these circles that talk about reparations, they say that the black church, it is accused sometimes, maybe wrong, that the black church is not for reparations. The black church is not progressive on reparations. Pastor Ted Sutton, leader of People Can Change Ministries from Church of God in Christ, also in Maryland. What do you say about the black Christian involvement, the black church involvement, the black Christian perspective on this struggle for reparations? Do you have a comment on it? This is Pastor Ted Sutton of People Can Change Ministries in Baltimore.
Well, first, I must say, it's nothing but God that allowed me to be here on today. And this is what we're going to have to come back to. There's one God. You see, I know that I come from a lineage where my father was organizer with Dr. King. My mother worked for Medgar Evers the same summer he was assassinated. But being that middle child that got caught up, I ended up having the opportunity to hang or be with one of the roughest groups that came out of Baltimore, but then before I seen the light. And see, and that's why I feel that I've said it before, that it's impossible to be a Christian and a coward at the same exact time. Either you're going to be a real coward and a fake Christian, or you're going to be a real Christian and a fake coward. But you can't be, it's like matter and antimatter. It can't occupy the same space. And say, I say that because I look at myself, and so we're going to have to break down some of the barriers. We're going to have to, because we've had some culture vultures, and we've had some what I've called poverty pimps, who have actually used their platforms and in a way that wasn't beneficial to our communities. And so what we're going to have to do is actually get back to the rights and the real of what's, and it says real recognize real, but actually real recognize everything. And I say that because being known as Dr. Ted Sutton now, but also if anybody ever Googled Crazy Ted, my face would come up. So I was that person that you didn't want to see at the wrong time. My godfather was a man named Little Melvin Williams, the man from American Gangster, and a lot of people knew me as known as Crazy Ted, but I had a chance. See, the bad thing is, it's bad to not be blessed, but it's worse to be blessed and not know that you're blessed. Yes. So I had the opportunity to just see another side. So I'm still gangster. I just changed sides. So what we're going to have to do is break down these walls that has tried to divide us as a people. Meaning, when I say that, meaning that you know what, the Bloods, the Crips, the BGF, all of the brothers, we need these brothers too. That's right. That's right. And so we can't get so conscious that we wear the dashiki and say, oh, my brother, and then we look down at the brother that has his pants hanging down and the gold teeth and everything else, because those are some of the same brothers, and if you ever get them changed, they'll go some places that other church members will never go. So I look at myself in that same position. So when I see that, I have to also pray for some of my brothers, because I feel that some of them have lost some of their hope and some of their faith. And we have to let them know that your real strength comes in your faith. Yes, sir. And so to me, when I used to leave out the house when I was a teenager, they would say, do you have your gun? And I'd be like, it's like my credit card, never leave home without it. But I see now that knowing what to fight and die for changes the way that you see life and how you see things now. So now I'm not worrying about no police officer pulling behind me. I'm not worrying about seeing my brother who I know is strapped because I can see the little bulge here. I know predators because I was a predator. But see, the thing is that it's going to take us to be bridge makers. See, you're going to have Lil Boo and Lil Day Day and Lil Black, and you're going to have somebody to come and get him because he's closer to the streets. And then you're going to have somebody to get him closer to me. And then I'm going to have to get somebody that gets him closer to brother. And then I'm going to have, and then he's going to have somebody that gets him closer to my brother. So it's like Meek Mill says, it's levels to this thing. So when I said that, I've always said, how can you expect for people to run the same race, but you start the starting gun for some people after the other people had already done 2 laps, and then you expect for them to have the opportunity to finish the race at the same time? So, I mean, and also on the other side, I mean, people talk about, well, I'm not voting for nobody until I have somebody to vote for. And I said, well, not me. I'm going to do something different. I said, even if I don't have somebody to vote for, I'm going to use my vote to vote against somebody. You better use your vote to vote against somebody. You might not have nobody that you like in this race, but you better make sure you know who you don't want in this race. And so I'm sharing that because I say that we need each other. Because we can't do anything until we get on the